Hey, what's going on? This is KQKC once again. First of all, before I get started, I want to say that I apologize for the last video. I mean, sure, you did see the video, but in between the intro and the conversation I had before I showed you the actual tape, there was a blank screen there. How? I don't know, because I had a picture there to lead you into the video. But mistakes happen on YouTube and mistakes happen on my part. Which one? I don't know. But I am making this video to reiterate that video. And it was a good interview. My personal opinion, Eddie Hearn really showed how he felt about Shelly Finkel. He just don't like him. And he knows Shelly Finkel don't like him. And he also see that the UK people are starting not to like him. If you watch the video, you can see where he said someone hollered out to him and called him a knob. Now, ask me what the knob is. I don't know. That's some kind of English talk. I mean, the UK talk. I don't know what that is, but I know it's not good. So, therefore, he knows that the American people don't think highly of him. And he knows that he hasn't signed a big name. The biggest name he has, besides Anthony Joshua, is Jesse B-level fighter Vargas. And he is the main event with Dorman. And it's happening right in my city, Chicago. Now, I'm going to tell you. Now, I have the inside scoop here in the city. We're not a boxing city. We are die-hard Cubs fans and Bears fans. Flat out. Unless people are flying in to Midway or O'Hare Airport, we have two airports, the crowd going to be very, very slim. So that interview was taking place in Chicago, one of the hotels there. Now, Andy Hearn decided to play the game. And what I mean by the game is that he decided to play the game with Al Heyman. He's going to overpay his fighters just to get them to sign with him, because he figured he haven't spent that much money. Well, first of all, he don't know Al Heyman and the PBC and what they stands for. And Al Heyman do not overpay his fighters. What he does is he pay his fighters what they are worth today. See, Oscar De La Hoya, Top Rank, Old School, Rules, they pay fighters what they probably would have got paid back then. Other words, come on out of the 80s and welcome to the 2000s. Welcome to the second millennium. The second century. So, please stop trying to compare yourself to Al Haymon. You're not an Al Haymon. No, you're not. Far from it. Now, you said you want to be the only Brit to come over to America and put on 16 fights per year. But you have to understand, those 16 fights are not boxing fights. See, that's how you fooling the boxing audience. Sure, you the promoter for Anthony Joshua, so people assume that your app will be about pure boxing, but it's not. On the card this week, he will have amateurs. Oh yes, we're going to have a big show. Oh wow, we're going to have amateurs to start it off. You think people want to pay $10 a month? Then he try to compare pay-per-view to his app. There's no comparison. Pay-per-view do not put on that many shows. Only if top-notch fighters get in there and fight. So therefore, you have to understand, he's caught up now. He figured he hasn't spent enough money on the zone. So therefore, he wants to compare himself to Al Haymon. Al Haymon has people that backs him up. Eddie Hearn has people that he borrowed money from. It's a difference. See, you got to look deep inside. It's a big difference. Then he's getting angry because the interviewer is asking the tough questions. He still don't believe that he still doesn't believe that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder will fight December the 1st. Well, I have news for you. Oh, they will be fighting. He's trying his best to discredit the fight. For all the people that don't know this shit, or can't catch on to what he's doing. And that's what he's hoping for. That's why he's talking to a UK reporter, so he can go back and print or report what Mr. Hearn said. So therefore, he's trying to cut the tail off of the dragon. But the dragon still have fire in his mouth. And he's going to blow the zone out the water. Trust me. Trust what I say. How can you sit there and say, well, I have a champion. He's a cruiserweight. He's the champion of the cruiserweight. What is it? 2 people in the cruiserweight? Give me a break. Don't forget to hit that like button also. See, the blood's still boiling. I mean, it's getting more and more and more and more. Now, he goes in on Team Wilder. Oh, I think Shelley Finkel He's been in this business a long time. He's an old fox. And I believe they used Anthony Joshua. It's in the interview. They used Anthony Joshua and his name to boost Deontay Wilder profile. Like Family Feud. Wrong. No. Deontay Wilder boosts his profile. And me personally, I don't think his profile need to be boosted in the first place. But I'm glad he did it, because those 3 days almost put him at the A side, if not. But when he win December the 1st, he definitely be in more demand and the A side. And we also can credit the LDBC. That's right. They was responsible for at least 30 to 35% of his reputation, getting the people and the subs to recognize the champion in the ring and outside the ring. But they did a great job. But when he went to the UK, he was very well known. I mean, he was pretty much more popular than Tyson Fury. Anytime you have from little kids to older ladies hollering out, Bob Squad, Bob Squad. Oh, that's the Brown Bomber. That's the Brown Bomber. Let me call you back. That's the Brown Bomber. Oh, yeah, it's all on tape. Eddie. Then he goes in on Shelly Finkel. He believed this all was a trick. They agreed to the offer. Then he sent the offer over. Then they said, no, that's okay. We will focus on the Fury fight. Then we can talk. Then he comes back and say, well, where I'm from, we negotiate. We don't wait to the last minute or after the fight. We didn't negotiate right before the fight. Then if he loses, then it's off. If he wins, then we move straight ahead. That's how they do business in the UK. Well, in America, we do business how we want to do business. We don't let nobody tell us when and where to sign a contract. Now, yes, they did agree to some offers. And they did tell you to send the contract over. What they agreed upon. But what did you do? You sent the contract over. But Anthony Joshua's signature wasn't nowhere to be found. So you get on Shelly Finkel case, who you think never want to fight you all in the first place. Then you drag Frank Warren into it and BT, saying that they edged Team Wilder on not to take the fight, when it was your boy all along didn't want to fight. Then he had to reiterate that. He had to say, well, I'm going to tell you right now, right here, Anthony Joshua, he wants that fight. He wanted that fight. No, he didn't. No, you didn't. As Earl Spence always say, it's smoke and fucking mirrors. That's all it was. Smoke and mirrors. Buying time. That's all it was. And waiting on the WBA to strip him. But did they strip him? No. That's why I said the governing bodies are a piece of shit. Like I say, the IBF, they will let you fight your mandatories. You know, that's a good thing because you can stay active until someone real challenge come along. So, Eddie Hearn tried to blame Team Wilder on the breakdown of negotiations. He said, all I asked was just to meet, have a cup of coffee, and meet, and let's see, can we come to some type of agreement. Eddie, booby, Eddie, baby, Eddie, homie, Eddie, road dog. They don't want to fuck with you. At least not right now. Well, I can understand if they don't like me or my father or whatever. I understand they want to focus on the Fury fight, but that's not Finkel's job. Let Deontay Wilder focus on the Fury fight. His job is to look out for his fighters like I do. Yeah, right. Only one you look out for, really, is Anthony Joshua. So, only way you're going to have a household name if you get in front of the cameras and tell the truth. Yes, tell the truth. That's all. That's all you have to do. Then, to make insult to injury, Eddie Hearn goes on to say, please watch this video, it's very important. The video right before mine, you know, right off the little blackout right there. But what's funny to me is, not only is he still blaming Shelly Finkel, but he don't think still the ball is not in your court, because he believes that the work regimen, the training that Wilder goes through, Klitschko goes through, Deontay Wilder goes through, but Tyson Fury cannot sustain that. Sure, he doesn't have that much power for a big man, but he uses his height well. So, with that, that's all I have for you. I had to make the video. I normally don't do this right away, right after the video, but I had to let you know, my subscribers, because as I mentioned, you are important to me. You give me the motivation, and I'm free to answer any questions. If I'm right or wrong, call me out on it. So, with that, I'm KQ, KC Boxing Channel. If you like the content of this video, please hit that notification bell and you will get notified each and every time I upload a video. And also, remember, hit the like button on the way in or the way out. And once again, I want to get a shout out to the LDBC with a concentration on the boxing clinic and more, and for non-international boxing and black fight family. Yes, I do. Now, with that, like always, I'm not new to this shit, but I'm true to this shit. Peace and love.